At some point in your career, you've probably been told this advice: follow your passion. It sounds great, it feels inspiring, but here's the problem. For most people, this is terrible advice. And in his book, So Good They Can't Ignore You, Cal Newport takes this idea, the passion mindset, and tears it apart. He shows that if you chase passion first, then you often end up unfulfilled or frustrated or job hopping in search for some magical dream role. Instead, he argues for something far more practical, and honestly, it aligns very closely to what the Stoics taught 2,000 years ago. Because if you want a career that's not only successful, but deeply satisfying, then the path isn't passion first, it's skill first, and then passion follows. So in this video, I'll break down the 4 big lessons from the book, and I'll show you how they connect to Stoic principles that you can apply in your own work. Let's get into it. Let's start here. Why does this even matter? Well, society these days idolizes passion. They say, do what you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. But the reality is, for most professionals, it's very different. You might start a new job excited, but a year later you're restless. And so you switch companies and the same thing happens again. Or you might even stay stuck in your role, quietly telling yourself that you just haven't quite found that passion yet. The Stoics warned about this mistake. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will have strength." Chasing passion is chasing outside events, but building mastery, well, that's under your control. So let's get into lesson 1. Newport's first lesson is simple but radical. Passion is not the starting point, but it's the side effect. Think of all the people who say they love what they do. They often didn't start with passion, but they had skills. If you think later in life of musical prodigies, they began their youth putting in hours, thousands of hours of practice to cultivate this skill. And only once they put in all of these hours and realized that they were progressing, that's when the joy came. Any leader who thrives in their role first became competent at what they did, and then the passion came later. So in corporate life, this is a huge mindset shift. And Cal stresses that instead of worrying about whether you found your dream role, instead, focus on becoming excellent where you are. Marcus Aurelius put it this way: do the task in front of you well, without distraction. Passion isn't discovered in some far off future job. It's cultivated day by day by doing your current work with care and consistency. So if you've been waiting for your passion to strike, stop waiting. Build it by becoming excellent. The second lesson is Newport's big idea: career capital. Now, career capital is a collection of rare and valuable skills that you acquire over time. And just like financial capital, the more you have, the more leverage you gain. And practically speaking, career capital is what makes you too good to ignore. It's what earns you promotions, autonomy, the ability to shape your career on your own terms. So here's where Stoicism connects. The Stoics taught us to focus only on what's in our control. We can't control if the business restructures. We can't control if our boss leaves. We can't control if the markets shift. But what we can control is the skill and the value that we bring to the table. And that is career capital. Think of it this way: in a stormy economy, in an industry where budgets are being cut or jobs are struggling, career capital is the anchor that keeps you steady. It's the thing that gives you options when others might not have the same. So I want you to ask yourself right now, what's the one skill that you can invest in that will pay dividends over the next decade? And that is how you build career capital. The third lesson is how you approach work, and Newport calls it the craftsman mindset. Now, most people operate with a passion mindset. They go to work asking, is this job fulfilling me? Is this role making me happy? What am I getting out of this job? Now, the craftsman mindset flips this on its head. It says, what am I putting into this? What value am I creating? How can I be better today, tomorrow, in the future? And this shift is powerful because when you see your work as a craft, Every day is an opportunity to improve. Every project, every meeting, every presentation, they're all grounds to practice mastery. And something that Epictetus taught complements this nicely. He said, don't demand things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen. Instead of resisting the work that's in front of you, treat it like the training ground that it is. So here's how to use this in your career. If you're currently in a job that doesn't feel like your dream role, that's fine. But for a couple of months, just try shifting into the craftsman mindset. Ask the questions around what value am I providing? Use it as a laboratory to sharpen your skills. You'll see the progress coming, and that's when passion will follow. So on to the fourth and final big point from his book. Newport makes the point that building career capital, the ultimate goal is not money or status, it's control. Control over your time, control over the work you do, control over the projects that you say yes to and the ones that you say no to. But here's the challenge, you don't get this control by demanding it up front. You get this control by being indispensable. And this lined up perfectly with what the Stoics said. They taught us that freedom isn't external, but instead it's internal. It's not about demanding conditions be different, but it's about cultivating mastery over yourself so that those external conditions matter less. And the reward in the corporate world is that once you've gained so much career capital, people can't ignore you. You get to decide the shape of your career, nobody else does. So to recap the 4 big lessons from Newport's book. Lesson number 1 is don't chase passion, cultivate it through excellence. Lesson number 2 is to build career capital by investing in rare and valuable skills. Lesson number 3, adopt the craftsman mindset. Focus on what you give, not on what you get. And lesson number 4 is that control and autonomy are the rewards you earn through mastery. So I'd urge anyone to read this book. Newport is not anti-passion, it's anti-illusion. He breaks the myth of the passion mindset. He shows us that passion follows excellence, not the other way around. And the Stoics would agree. You don't have to wait for perfect conditions, it's within you. You just need to build that excellence, build that career capital, and that will help shape the career that you love. So let me leave you with this one final question. In the comments below, what's the one skill that you need to double down on to make you too good to ignore? And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more Stoic videos to come on how to handle the modern workplace. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.